about creating connections and bridges between innovators, entrepreneurs, educators, and investors. There's been more than 140 speakers today. I think you probably have missed most of it because you can't be everywhere every time. One day is probably not enough. But let's look at a lot and we heard you. So, next year we promise to expand the format to something that we would call the London EdTech Week. And we want this to be an open platform, open to the ecosystem, where it's not only about us, and this goes beyond our control. And what I mean by this is that we want the local clusters, the investors, the influencers to be part of this and create their own events around us. So if you're interested, come to see us about this, because we're going to have to start to plan for this. Beyond London, beyond Europe, we also about connecting dots globally, and EdTechEurope has been renamed EdTech Global, and our mission statement is connecting the global EdTech community. And I just want to hand over to Charles, who's going to have a few words around our international expansion.
So, part of our journey has been about, as Benjamin said, about connecting people. And connecting people has been about us working in partnership with others, as well as launching our own events. So as you look at the map on the screen, what you see now is really a corridor that we've created which links up Asia through the Middle East to Europe and on to the States. The gap that we have at the moment is really looking to South America, and we're already in conversations about launching something there in due course. So, but at the moment, the next big thing that's on our agenda is Singapore, which we will be taking place later this year in November, 8th to 9th. And again, it's about creating a melting pot of people and ideas. So please, if you have an interest in connecting into what's happening in Asia, then you're very welcome, obviously, to come. So moving on to the awards, one of the key bits of what we're doing is also about trying to shine a light on excellence. Both people, we talked about the Makers and Shakers Index, which we launched to recognize talent and what they're doing. But also, obviously, there are fantastic companies and ideas that have been developed that are making a real difference. And, from our perspective, it is about trying to help shine a light on that. And the reason to do that is that it gives them both better presence in the global scene as to what they're doing. It does many other things as well. It's, another form of oil, Benjamin's new term for the knowledge economy. Another form of oil, obviously, is finance. And it helps draw in capital into those. So a lot of the companies that we've highlighted in the past have gone on to raise significant amounts of capital to help them develop the companies. So for us, it's a fantastic way of helping support the whole ecosystem. This year, we have two main categories, which is an extension from last year. We have both Rise and we have Growth. And Rise is really a focus on innovation and what people are doing to really make a change, and Growth is about focusing on businesses that have got traction and being able to reward the growth that they're achieving in their markets. So moving on, Benjamin, would you be able to just bring in and announce some of the partnerships you're working with?
Yeah. So we've curated a list of innovators globally in partnership with City and Guild, and I would like to call John Yates on the floor. John, if you want to come. City and Guild has been around for 150 years, pretty much 130 in training, so they know a little bit about education. And we also, I don't know if you have someone from Templeton here with the specialist tech lawyers who are advising all the venture capitalists and the tech companies, including in education. So we curated a list of, I think, mostly 200 applicants coming from all around the world. The new thing this year is that the applicants have been much more international, with companies from Asia, companies from the US, Latin America, not only from Europe. And we had the mission to narrow down this list and look at their information and look at their traction across criteria of innovation, market growth, market impact. And it's been an intense process. And after having created and filtered all those companies, we came up to a list of 20, and actually the reason why you see 22 shareholders is because there's been some ex aequo. So this list of 22 has been announced already, and there's been a press release, and if you want to look at those companies, you will find information. They're all very interesting companies, ranging from K-12, higher education, professional learning. There is not only European companies, but a lot are also looking at emerging markets. And out of those 22 companies, we have selected for the category Rise 3 winners, and for the category Growth 3 winners as well. And I'll hand over to Charles to start the award.
So the process that we'd just like to do as we move into looking at the Rise winners is that we have 3 companies, as Benjamin mentioned. We'll name them in order. There is no ranking in terms of between the order, so they are all winners in terms of this award. And then if they would mind coming up and taking the award, and if we could ask them just to say a few words about what they're doing and how they're impacting the market. So in terms of the first award, it goes to a very exciting company that has a big effect on its market in which it operates, and is something that we have seen several times over the years in terms of what it's been doing. And this year we'd like to recognise them. And if Gabriel's here to take an award for Dnevnik in terms of the Rise category, please come forward. Gabriel?
From Russia.
When we started 10 years ago, we set out on a mission to digitize and automate the school process that hasn't changed in hundreds of years. And almost no one believed that it could be done. So today I would like to dedicate this award to the people who did believe in us, to our users, to our partners, my colleagues at Dnevnik. Thank you for your support, for your courage, for your energy. Together we have achieved a lot by creating one of the largest educational platforms with millions of users every day, tens of thousands of schools. However, there's a lot of work yet remains to be done. A lot of schools in Russia and in other countries that are yet to make the switch to go completely digital and to revolutionize their process. So I am sure that our greatest accomplishments are still ahead of us. So see you sometime soon.
Big round of applause. So for the next award, and this goes to another very interesting business that is involved in another part of the process, a very important part of the process, and it's a company called DigiExam. So a big round of applause to them, and Johan, if you're...
Thank you so much. So hi everyone, I'm Johan Haglund. I'm the CEO and co-founder of the company called DigiExam. First of all, I would just to give a huge thanks to Benjamin and for Charles today. It's been a fantastic day, very intense, but yeah, really great to be here. It's the first time, so yeah. We're a Swedish company. We have an office in Stockholm and in New York and in London. And today we work with over 1,100 schools trying to make them more effective. And we only launched 2 years ago. So basically what we do is that we have created a digital assessment platform so that teachers can work together and create different assessments and also different exams online. And we also have a very efficient exam delivery so that students can use their own devices in a classroom. And finally, we have a feedback process so that teachers can can mark together and also give feedback to the students. And what we believe in is that we know that teachers in general are very stressed. We know there was a report here in the UK that 82% of teachers spend too much time on administration. Our goal is to eliminate as much as possible so that teachers can spend more time facing students and inspires them. And that's what drives us every day to put the exam in every school for every teacher. Thank you.
And finally, in this category, coming slightly closer to home, we have another very innovative, fast-growing business. And in that category, we have a business called Show My Homework. And so if names around, please come forward and accept your award.
Thank you very much, Charles, Benjamin. Fantastic event. Thank you. Really excited to win this. But really excited for my team. As I said earlier, I'm just a small cog in this operation. 5 years ago, I was a classroom teacher, and today we work with more than 1 in 3 secondary schools across the UK. And we're really, focused on solving this pain point about what happens after school. Homework is a pain for schools, for teachers, for students. And we really want to make it worthwhile, and that's what we're really focused on. I'm really excited about the ecosystem in Europe. Again, 5 years ago, there was very little innovation in EdTech. It was largely, coupled by large companies who were selling software at a local authority level, which made it very difficult for very small companies like us. But today, it's super exciting to see all the interesting innovation that's coming, and events like this really help small guys like us have some recognition. So really appreciate it, and thank you.
So now moving to the Growth Award. But before we move to the award, we forgot, Charles and I, a very important point, is that this award is not only about winning